What's up, guys? What's with Auto Mafia back today, and we are working on Project Hurricane. Now, if you guys have been paying attention, you've realized that we're running a ported S550 upper. Now, we're going to take that ported S550 upper off, and we're going to install one of our Auto Mafia Racing ported S197 upper and lower. So right now, we're going to pull that one off, and we're going to put ours on at a later date. We're going to put ours on. And probably just in a couple days. So for right now, hood's off, easy access. We're just going to pop the upper intake off and we're going to go from there. As you guys can see, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, both the upper and the lower are off. Got all the ports plugged, and we're going to go get a S197 and we're going to get it ported and install it, and then we can reinstall our air raid setup. So we're running the stock location box with just the air raid tube. So essentially back to stage one as far as our induction setup goes. What's up, guys? So bringing you back into the V6, there's been a few additions, namely what I'm sitting in, a Kirky racing seat. It's lighter, it holds me in place, super sturdy. Really happy about it. Right now, I'm wiring up the push button. So it's not just ghetto ran like it was before, just through the window for testing. This is to wire in both the trans brake via our switch panel and the line lock, because our trans brake wasn't fully holding, we were slipping, and I want to use the line lock for the burnout as well. So I'm going to run it through our new switch panel. This is our new switch panel. I obviously don't run a radio, so our new switch panel here, basically what it's going to be, the car's off so none of these will light up, but it's going to be to turn that one on, then it'll light up green, and that's going to be to engage our line lock. But it won't engage until I hit the button. And then when I release the button, it'll disengage. Turn that off, that disables the line lock. If I'm just wanting to do trans brake, I click that one, hit the button, trans brake is engaged, let it go. Trans brake is disengaged, I go forward. That disables it. If I want to do them both at the line, I push both the buttons so they're both enabled, push the brake, hit the button, hold it, release, both the trans brake and the line lock are released, and we go forward. I'm hoping that while using the line lock, even if I'm not really getting on it really hard, that'll keep from rolling, and I will be able to sit there a little longer and see if we can build up that RPM any further. I'm going to try and get to like 2,500 RPMs, because it's a stock stall converter. I think that's like about the limit. Usually we've been getting anywhere from 2 to 2,200. I think if we get 25, I might be able to get like a 1.9 60 foot, which should be good to throw us down into the 12.9 range. That's obviously what we're going for. 12.9 range. That's why we got the Kirky seat, to lose a few pounds. Plus it really is just much better, and I think it's safer. So not only that with the Kirky, but we shed a few pounds in a few other places. I want to diet. I'm going to go back to the track this Thursday, so right now I'm just trying to get it all buttoned up so that it's ready to run a 12, still with 273 gears and the stock stall converter. So a max stall of like 2,500 RPM is really all we're going to get out of it. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'm almost done with it. I got all the wiring in. You can see it's all wired. I know it looks kind of janky. It's actually not. Everything's done pretty well. I just haven't cleaned up and tidy and zip tied everything together in the back so that it looks all nice. However, this is literally just using this old radio slot, and it's going to sit in there basically like that. And then there'll just be a hole for the wiring to come out for now. Pretty stoked with it. There is no intake on the car right now and no front bumper, so there's really no way to test it just as of yet. So I'll have to wait. Chance is porting my S197 intake right now, and we're doing two versions of it. He's doing our basic port that we do on everything, and then he's really pushing one to the limit, to the point where I don't think we can run boost through the second one he's doing, because it's probably going to be too thin-walled, but we'll see. Another announcement, I'm pretty excited to be working with a new company, and we're going to be running their turbo kit, and we're going to be using a comp turbo from it, and it's going to be awesome. Well, I'm going to say a comp turbo, oilless comp turbo for the kit, and it should be let's just say that it should be good. So I'm trying to hurry up, get this car into the 12s, swap the gears and do the converter, see if we can get down into the 11s, NA, that's not nitrous assisted, that is naturally aspirated, that is no nitrous, no boost, none of that. So right now the record stands at a 12.10 at like 114 miles an hour or something, which I find is ludicrous. It is at 1,000, make that negative 1,000 DA, so that kind of makes sense. And it looked like a perfect run. It was fast. I give it that all day. It was fast. I know a lot of guys are claiming that he used a small shot of nitrous because he does have nitrous and did have nitrous hooked to the car at the time. But, you know, he said he didn't spray. I'm going to believe him, and I'm going to see if we can knock down and get that fast, because most of the guys are at 12.5. So there's like a 0.4, you know, 0.4 of a second that is a gap between the next guy and him. So we're going to see just how close we can get to it, and we're going to try and run that 11. But for now, Thursday's coming up, and hopefully Thursday will be nice and cold, and we can get a solid 12-second pass. You guys notice I don't have an airbag in here. It's because we're going to be running a secondary, make that not secondary, we're going to be running an NRG steering wheel with quick release to make it easier to get in and out, because it's kind of a pain. You guys can watch my Eco Boost over there. See it? Watch my Eco. He is working on it to replace head gaskets. In other whatever, the shop is currently, I know I've been saying it's being built, I've been waiting. Well, they finally started on it, so we're not gonna have to work in this dinky garage for much longer, which is very exciting for me because there's all kinds of stupid stuff in here and there's just not enough room. We got 2 cars in it, that's about all. We put some new lighting in just so that we could actually work on cars so it's bright enough, but I still am inside with a light working. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this, and I think that'll be good. And then all I'm gonna do after that is go ahead and run, install the line lock itself, because I have all the wiring done for it, so we just have to finish it up. Let's do it. So here you guys go. Mounted, solid, wired up. Exciting. Time to go actually wire in the line lock. The trans brake is already wired because we've been using it. We just had to rewire it, and this is actually a clean install now, so we're good to go. Okay guys, so we just finished up wiring and plumbing the line lock over there, so I'll show it to you real quick. Those generic kits, okay, no name brand or anything. It's literally very simple. It bolts to that bolt, 2 bolts secure it to the plate. You put in 1, and then you can't see it, oops, on the bottom there, 2 plugs. It has this line that's pre-made, comes up over, and that's what goes into your no, that's not your brake booster, your slave cylinder. And then you have the adapter, right? So this is the line that came from the front brakes, the adapter that goes there, that goes back to the bottom line and goes in. So it's actually really super simple. We just wired it in, and we already had the other end of the wire wired up to our switch panel and our momentary push button. So as soon as we put the intake back on this car, we can actually try it out. So we're gonna bleed the brakes too, don't worry, we're gonna do that. We're gonna bleed the brakes and basically test it at the same time. So like I said, we're gonna bleed the brakes next, and then we'll hopefully have the intakes done and reported, and we'll put them back on, and then we'll crank her up. We'll do some tuning and some data logging with our new ported intakes, our max ports. And yeah, hopefully this works and we should be able to launch pretty decently. And even if we can't with the 273s and stock converter, we're now set up for the bigger converter so that we can really push a really hardcore launch. So thanks for watching, guys. Always make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. And shout out for a couple of fans out there, Alexis and Dale. Thanks for buying the t-shirts, guys. Hope you enjoy them. And again, we'll see you guys next time.